What's up, everyone? I am back for another update video, and I'm so glad to be giving it to you. I will tell you, I got a dad joke, an original for the end of this video, so if you can make it to the end, it's gonna be great. I wanna start with the story and just kind of tell you some things, just kind of even going on in my own life. Recently, I was actually out gathering together with some other pastors, and I was fired up. It was kind of a little bit bigger gathering type of thing, and we were worshiping, and God was so good, and I was just, it was so good. And then after a little while, I started writing down ideas because I was getting all these good ideas. You might have had something like this in your life. You're like, man, this is so good. I'm going to check this out. I'm going to write this down. So I'm writing this stuff down. And this was kind of a longer time together, a little over a day. And about halfway through, I got super overwhelmed. Super overwhelmed. It was so good to worship God, so good to be together. But there were so many good ideas that I got overwhelmed, and I eventually had to go out to a coffee shop while this service was being streamed and just unpack what was going on. And I was just kind of overwhelmed. I took that list that I had written down on my phone, and I actually deleted half of the things because I realized I was never gonna get to all of them, and I just felt like, man, it's never gonna be enough. And I want to share that with you because maybe you've actually felt like, hey, I know God's moving. I know there's things I should be doing in my own life or at my house, but it's just overwhelming. And I want to encourage you to give yourself a break, slow down, get charged up, and God will give you the right things to do at the right time. That's the big takeaway I got by the end of this time together with these pastors, was that God's going to give me the right things to do at the right time, and it's going to be unbelievable. But we just got to keep building up that capacity and that margin and those things going on, because it's been a lot over the last year. So make sure you give yourself a break. Make sure you do that. One other note on that story, actually I found out later that I was a little bit sick too. So I don't know if I was emotionally overwhelmed or just a little bit sick, but take care of yourselves. Know that God loves you, and our church is just moving forward with God. We're not trying to say it's like it was in the past, because we want to move forward with God and where He's going. And it's okay if it's not the same. It's not gonna be the same. We're not the same, and it's okay if we just say, hey, God, we've learned from what happened in our lives, how we've grown, and we're gonna move forward in that. So our church is all about living out God's mission. John 15:5 is the theme verse of our church, where Jesus says, I am the vine, you are the branches. If you stay in me, if you abide in me, if you're rooted in me, you will bear much fruit. One of the biggest things over this last year is we have really said, hey, we want to just live into leadership on a high level, call our leaders to be rooted in Christ, and actually have conversations together around that, so that leaders are actually saying, hey, my spiritual life is not private, it's personal, but I'm actually a leader, and I want other people to see how God's working in my life. So we're doing these spiritual check-ins with each other. It's been awesome doing that. It's just so cool. I just revised our leadership commitment document. It's more like a packet that we worked through over the course of the year. We're jumping into a new thing called Rooted that we're going to be doing together with leaders. Your leaders are volunteers, pastors, all different levels. We are on fire for Jesus, and this year hasn't slowed that down at all. And I just believe that when we're rooted in Him, the fruit shows up. And that fruit isn't numbers, although the numbers are there. That fruit is love and joy and peace and patience. It makes a huge difference. So this is an update video, not a sermon, so I'm going to keep going. Some updates. First is church planting. We have been praying and praying and praying about this part of Building Hope. The money has been coming in. Our church has been unbelievably generous financially through the pandemic. People have given sacrificially, and that sacrifice is going to see some amazing fruit this year. There's someone in town, and I can announce it right here. His name's Zach Riley. He's an associate pastor at Modesto Covenant Church. Modesto Covenant and Covenant Grove are going to partner together to plant a church. This is actually Modesto Covenant's third church plant in 20 years. That's unbelievable. We get to be part of this one. We were the church plant that they had previously. And Zach is going to be preaching this Sunday at Covenant Grove. It's going to be awesome. He's an amazing guy. He's got an incredible vision for a church. He wants to plant down in the college neighborhood, and he's been approved by the denomination, and our council has approved him. So we're basically asking people to prayerfully, we've already been giving, and if you're saying, hey, I want to give more, you can give more. Just give to Building Hope. That goes right to church planting. Okay, it goes to more than church planting, but it goes to church planting. But we're also asking people to make sure they commit to praying for this new church plant and consider going to this church plant. I want you to hear that directly from me, where I'm going to share it on Sunday as well. We want our people to pray, is God calling me to join this church plant? That's a sacrifice, but it's a missional commitment. It's the same one that started us, and we believe God has called us to start another church in Modesto, and we're very excited about this. This is a big deal, and we're just moving forward in prayer and trusting God through it all. So this Sunday, there's going to be more. You can join us online. You can join us in person. It's been exciting. The numbers on Sunday have been going up. May was the first time we've been indoors, and since we've been back indoors, we still have the tent going on. We still have online going on. People are in the lobby, kind of just letting people go to the comfort level that fits them. But we have had over 200 people on Sunday, and last Sunday was the highest in-person attendance we've had since before the pandemic. Now, we know there's a lot of people still online. I see you. I see all you online. I love you. And I know that you guys are filling out your Connect cards. Thank you for doing that. Thank you for putting in your prayers. You're in life groups. Thank you for doing that. That's such an important thing. We have over 150 people in life groups. We have over 230 people on Sunday mornings, a little over 230 people was last Sunday. We had about 20 to 25 kids in our Sunday school for the last few weeks. Last Sunday, we had 25 just in first service. Sunday morning is growing. New people are coming every single week. People who had only been in the tent are indoors. It's awesome. It's exciting. And as we head into June, we're going to be doing God at the Movies. Again, I'm excited about it. It's going to be fun. We're going to be looking at Cruella. We're going to look at Remember the Titans. Zach is going to be preaching again. He won't be preaching on a movie. He'll just be preaching on church planting. And then we're going to look at the movie Yesterday, which is kind of a fun Beatles musical, romantic comedy type of thing. I really like the movie. It's very cool. So a couple of those you can watch at home, and Cruella is in theaters. If you want to go see that, that'll be super, super fun. So we're very excited about that. Actually, this Sunday, we rented out a theater at Galaxy, and we got just 50 seats, and we're going to have those on Sunday. We're going to put a link on the screen, and it's about $5 a person, but that's a pretty good deal. If you want to go watch the movie with us, that's going to be fun. So lots of other amazing events coming up. We got men's events. We got a women's event coming up. We got the youth beach camp is in July. They have an overnighter in June. The young adult have a High Sierra adventure. You can go to the website and find all of the go to the different ministry pages. They have all the information on that. We also have a weekly email. Check that out. We're basically saying, hey, we've never stopped doing church and we never stopped connecting, but as we're kind of getting through this time, people getting vaccinated, the numbers going down, our connections are going up. We've been in life groups, but now we're just revamping up events, seeing the new things God is doing, and we're very, very, very excited about it. Nick's been doing a great job in youth ministry. Those numbers are going up, about 20 to 25 students per week. We're doing Confirmation Sunday. He's preaching on May 30th. Whew, man, I gotta slow down a little bit. This is exciting, but here's the thing. It's not really about the events. It's not really about the numbers. It's about people's lives being transformed. And I just want to thank you guys for the stories you share with me. I just got a story from someone this week who said they're struggling with things with parenting, and they're struggling as a parent. And the message last week reminded them that they're still a child of God, and they're still loved even when they mess up, even when they don't mess up. But it's hard to have boundaries with our kids. So many times people have said to me, hey, I'm finally learning there's a difference between knowing God or being a Christian and being a fully devoted follower of Jesus. It's not the same thing. Their lives are transforming. Having conversations with people who jumped into this rooted life, trying to live these rhythms, these habits of faith, and saying, you know what, I just haven't wanted to do these before, and I've just been stubborn. But I realize this is an issue of obedience, and I need to, depends on the person, do my devotions. I need to share my faith. I need accountability in those things. It's been unbelievable, the conversations we've been having in this church. The mission of our church is to see lives transformed by Jesus. And it's happening. And it is so exciting. That's why I was so fired up. All right, now, last couple things before I get to my amazing joke. I'll get to that in just a minute, but you have noticed that our worship is a little different. We have guest worship leaders coming in. We're going to continue doing that, and then we are doing a staffing search for our new worship leader, worship minister, and that continues. Please be praying for that because you never know who God's going to lead. But here's something I want to give you, a little nugget for me as a leader, as your pastor. In cases like this, we don't have to find the right thing to do. We don't have to solve the problem. We get to discover the solution God already has. So for me, when I'm doing these searches, it's not like, hey, God, I got to go find this person. God already has this person. God already knows exactly what the plan's going to be for our worship search, for our construction, for church planning, for our next event, for all of it. God has got it all planned. Our job isn't to figure it all out. And that takes a lot of pressure off of us. Our job is to knock on the doors, and it might be a lot of knocking before God opens the right one. But our job is to knock on the doors and find the person God already has in place for us. That is exciting. That takes a lot of pressure off of us. And I hope you can apply that into your life as well. All right, so that's that update. If you have any more questions, just email the church office and let us know. Speaking of emailing the church office, we put out a care resource page recently, and it talked about things that we do in the church, things our life groups do, financial assistance we give, referrals that we have. And if you need care, just basically the first thing is let your life group leader know or let the church office know, because we are here to care for you. Okay, here's the joke. This isn't original, I'll tell you that, okay? And the second thing is that dad jokes are allowed to be bad. I mean, that's the rule. And I have 5 kids. I almost said 10, but I didn't want to have 5 kids. That means my jokes can be 5 times worse. Okay, so here it is. Without any further ado, all right? Why do pirates have such bad mouths? Why are they so corrupt? Why do they do such bad things? Because they grew up watching our movies. That's my joke. That's my video. I hope you're doing well. I'm praying for you. God bless you. Thank you for all you're doing to bless our church. Pray, serve, be part of God's mission. Keep inviting people, and I will give you an update, hopefully in about a month, and hopefully I'll see you online or in person. God bless you. I'll see you later.